Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Big Frog's 4x4. Today we're going to be talking about the support poles for the FreeSpirit Recreation High Country Series tents. Now, what I don't like about these poles, the original pole would screw up into here. So when you're in bad weather or something, you had to stand out here and try to get those threads to line up and screw that pole up into there and then set your height. So in another video, I'll put in a link in the description down below, I show you how to replace them with these caps and these rubber feet that are on here so that you can put the pole in there. Once you get weight on it, it'll stay in place. It'll actually stick on there pretty decent where a point it'll swing. Plus you have about half an inch of movement in the tent before the pole would actually end up somehow falling off. Now, these do come with set screws. If you wanted to use the set screws in these, and you could screw that into the rubber, and that way there's no way that that aluminum could come off of that little rubber bumper right there. But I haven't found a reason to do that yet. But what I don't like is if you have uneven ground, these tents have a 2-inch adjustability, and that's it. So you're either picking this corner up too high or it's too low and it doesn't want to work. So then you adjust this side up and that side dangles, or this side dangles, and it's just a real pain in the butt. And let's see if I can take this one apart here. It's just a cheap little like push tab. I don't know if you can see how much you start putting weight on that. That tab starts pushing in and bending. I mean, it does jam, but it I don't know. I just don't trust it as much. So one of these I was able to take apart. Yep, there we go. And all that this is a push button. It's on a spring. It's just pushed up in here. That's all that's in there. It's just pushed, a little spring that's in here, and it's pushed inside. That's all that's in there. So what I opted to do was switch to these load bars. And now these we'd usually use in, say, like a tractor and trailer or a big rig, a box truck, in the back of your pickup to keep stuff from shifting around. There, you can see you only have, what is that, half an inch? Might be half an inch in between. Plus, top and bottom are threaded opposite direction. So you have infinite adjustability up to the length of this rod, which sticks in here somewhere around 3.5 inches. And this is screwed all the way down in. Plus, it's much easier and much quicker to adjust than that. And then, it also has a lock. So there's no way, once you have this set in place underneath the tent, that it's going to fall on you. Now, the downfall is, with just having this rubber foot on the top, obviously, if it's underneath here and has pressure on it, it still has a chance that it could fall out. I mean, not likely, but it could. So, I'm going to show you how to modify the top of this to put that aluminum cup on the top of here. And when you're all done, basically, it'll look like this. So what you can do, this rubber foot just comes right off the top of here. Sorry, the train's going by, so as soon as it's done, then I'll start back. Now what I did was drill out the pop rivet that goes through here. So you only have to drill out just the very end of it, then you can take a punch and a hammer and knock the pop rivet out. Drill a hole down through the center. Got a stainless bolt, or a stainless screw and nut. These are, and basically screwed and drilled a hole in the middle of this aluminum cap, like I did with the other pole, and bolted that onto this. Now, it's like I said, it's quite easy. Just drill out this pop rivet right here, knock that out. There's a little plastic washer here, so keep that. Then when you put a stainless steel bolt through here, you can use any bolt, but I use stainless steel. I don't have to worry about it rusting. I use Loctite on this nut. That way, it won't be too tight. It can still squiv it without the nut falling off. You could double nut it if you wanted. So this rubber just comes right off of here like this. Has a little plastic piece. Now I kept this so that I have a replacement for the bottom. And you'll see the pop rivet, drill it out, knock it out, put a screw through, tighten that down to the point where it's just snug and it still can pivot. Drill a hole in the center of this plate, bolt this together, then bolt this back onto the pole. It's just that simple. All you need is a drill bit and a couple of screws. Then you're able to take the pole and stick it up underneath there, and then you can adjust your height. If your tent is obviously higher than this because you're going to be on top of like a lifted Jeep, a Toyota 4Runner, Tacoma, ZR2, whatever you're putting your tent on top of. See, that's stuck on there pretty good. You can get a really long amount of adjustment out of it. So you can have this way up in the air and still be able to put it underneath your tent. Adjust it up, lock it, and you're set. Then unlock, bring that down. You can adjust these all the way wherever you need them, and you're done. And like I said, if you're worried about these falling off of the rubber right here, you can install your set screws and use an Allen wrench to screw those in so that the set screws will catch onto that rubber. So this is the set of screws that I used. It has a washer that's tapered for a tapered screw, and I was able to use that on this side. And then on the inside, I did not use the washer. I used this drill bit when drilling this top plate. First hole, and then I started beveling the hole. Just started to bevel with the second step of the step bit. And that way, the tapered part of the screw would set in that bevel. Then, obviously, like I said, I Loctited, screw it all tight, and that way, this can all still pivot. Both of these poles came with a nice, pretty heavy, pretty heavy carrying bag. The only thing I don't know yet is if this is going to fit inside the tent and still fold up. It does fit lengthwise, and it can lay the bag in there. I just don't know if there's enough room when you close the tent, if it's going to be enough room. I believe it should, because we have the factory mattress removed, and we have inflatable mattresses put in. So as we close it, the inflatable mattresses will deflate. But I will keep you posted on how everything goes. Thanks for watching Big Frogs 4x4. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell if you want notified of each video as it comes out. And there will be more modification videos and more about this tent as we go. Thanks for watching, and God bless.